enjoying life and going with the flow.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and we are now live for episode 22 of the Coach Bergen Show. And our guest today, Spencer Manevich, who's going to be here for the second time. And yeah, perfect. What up?
Hey, how are you, Matt?
Good. How about you?
Very good.
Awesome. So what is new? What do you have for competitions coming up?
I'm trying to get matched up for reality fighting January 3rd. So that's really my focus right now. I may also be doing an absolute in December. I believe it's CHQ in Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
I, I'm fair with myself. I have not been training as much as I'd like to. So I'm really taking this next week to focus up and see if I'm ready to be going into a purple belt absolute or not. And I'm probably gonna do it. Let's be honest.
Awesome. Might as well, right?
Yeah. I mean,
One life.
it sounds like too much fun to get out there.
Mm.
So, but those are the two things that are coming up: December 13th, CHQ in Hartford, and then reality fighting January 3rd. I'd really like an opponent for that. So that's my focus coming up now.
All right, cool. Well, I will make sure to clip this and I'll post it right after we finish. So that
Perfect.
way, maybe we'll get you someone.
Yeah, no,
But
I'd love to. I know that I know that I used to be a butt scooter. As a bigger guy in the gym, you kind of have to be. Pull guard. This way, everybody can roll with you. But been really focused on the wrestling and the stand up game. So I really want the opportunity to get out there and be able to show it off a little bit.
awesome. And I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
It'll come. So we ended up getting a lot of fan submitted questions for you.
Oh, nice.
All right. So let me pull those up because I got a whole list on my other phone here. All right. First one. When you're grappling, are you fighting your opponent or are you really fighting your temptations?
That's a great question. I genuinely think that it depends on the moment because my temptations are always go for the stupid, flashy YouTube stuff to get that cool highlight or to get the actual win. So it's definitely both. I want to get the win, but I'd rather get the cool thing out of it. So I
Get the
mean,
highlight reel, yeah.
exactly. I mean, look, the super fights, they give me the opportunity to go for the highlight reel, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm definitely falling into temptation almost every time. I'd rather win spectacularly than win by just holding my opponent down or something like that. So that being said, I definitely enjoy the highlight reel. The temptations definitely lead me into it.
All right, cool. All right, next one. Do you think cauliflower ear is a status symbol or a lifestyle choice? Greg, 19, New Jersey.
My cauliflower ear is not very prevalent, and I've been doing this quite a while. I have a little bit, but um, I think everyone's ears are different too. I mean, look, it's one of those things that you can choose to live with, and some people are born with, they're gonna get it. Whether they put the magnets, whether they wear the headgear, they're gonna get the cauliflower ear, and just own it if it's who you are. But I remember, I don't know when this was. It was I think it was Steve-O. He's the one that posted giving himself cauliflower ear. He like put his ear between two like 45-pound plates and just slammed them together.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
do that. Don't do that. That's the old jackass stunts that they did back
Yeah,
in the day. I'm sure you can go Google, find the clip. It's
let's cut to
funny.
a clip.
Don't get me wrong. It's very funny. But you could be a black belt in the best, grappler in the world. You don't need cauliflower ear to show anything. But
Yeah.
um,
I remember seeing a video of someone draining their cauliflower ear or draining the ear or draining their ear. Like they put a needle into it to like take the
yep,
fluid out so they wouldn't have as bad of a cauliflower ear afterwards or something.
yep.
I didn't understand the science of it. I just remember seeing them do it and I was like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, you got to drain it before it like solidifies, so you can drain it. But the problem is once you drain it, it fills back up because it's a sac underneath the ear or something
So
like
you got to
that.
keep draining it then.
That's why they have the magnets that you could put on, so that nothing fills back into it. again, I'm not a scientist by any means, but
Yeah, no, me neither. Me
I know
neither.
that I've seen it being drained. I understand the concept of it draining, but it's not something that I think is a status symbol. I don't think it's needed. I think everyone's like, oh, they got cauliflower, don't mess with them. Maybe, but I've seen white
Mm,
belts with cauliflower ear, so who
that's
knows?
true. That's
Yeah.
true. It's more about how you roll as opposed to how long you've rolled.
Oh, for sure.
You know. All right. Um, I'm gonna skip some of these. Some of these are stupid. All
Yeah,
right.
I have some stupid friends, and I'm assuming some of them found their
uh,
way to your page.
if life had a ref, would you have been disqualified by now?
Oh, so yes, 100%. I think that if anybody in life would have gone through life playing by the rules 100% in every situation, driving the speed limit everywhere,
Mm,
for a more tame version of this question to anything really. There's the old saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
yeah, that's
I
true.
think that there are certain things that yes, you have to be able to bend the rules a little bit, but I think that if there was an actual ref, he'd let a couple things slide. I think
Mm,
so
okay. I
yeah,
like to think cops are kind of like the refs of life.
yeah.
You know, like I drove by one today and I was definitely speeding, but before I passed him, he had tapped his brake lights and that like warned me like, oh
Mhm.
shit, I should slow down. And then, he could have pulled me over, but he didn't. And instead, like he had tapped his brake lights so I would see that he was there.
Yep.
And like he was pulled over on the side, so he wasn't like in the road or anything. I wouldn't have hit him. But it was like, I don't know. That was just amazing for me to see and to be able to experience that. Like, he wasn't trying to give anybody a ticket. He was trying to just like get people to go in the speed limit, just
I
trying to do his job.
I think police in general, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna pull me over. I think that they just genuinely want the city that they're in to be the safest that
Mm,
they're because again, typically police are working in the city they're living and they just want a safe place to live. Uh,
right,
so in my view on that is like, yeah, they're gonna pull you over and give you a ticket because it's their job, but really, they're not profiting from giving you a ticket. It makes no difference to them. Uh,
right.
but they just want to have the safest city to be living in. That's what I think, at least.
Mm, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. If you could roll with one historical figure, who would it be?
That's a great question. I'm gonna really think this one through. I don't want to get myself in trouble here because obviously there's the
There's no
stupid
wrong
answers I
answer.
can give you. I'll give you the real answer here. Huh? You know who I think would be a really good just role?
Who's
Someone
that?
from the original Gracie family, Hoist or one of them, just the original, just to really see how the sports evolved and changed. Because
Okay.
again, nothing but respect for what they were able to do and what they were able to accomplish. But I think that the sport has really just changed so
A
much,
lot in their time, yeah.
and it's like I think that even though I'm a purple belt, I'm a big purple belt though. So I think that I think I'd have a good. I don't want.
You would probably be able to tap voice. I know
I
you can't say it
yeah
because then it's like, sounding bad, but if
yeah
I say it, it's okay.
yeah. That's where I
You
was
know,
going to.
that's
So
what you're going for.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah. I
I bet you would
appreciate I
tap him,
appreciate you saying
even
it because I
if
was
he is
going.
like the
Yeah
best of the best,
yeah. So
and proved that like size doesn't matter as much with jiu-jitsu. I believe that yours is good enough that with your size advantage, you would probably be able to beat him,
exactly.
especially because, like you were just saying, that was like, what, 20, 30 years ago he was competing,
Yeah
and it's definitely evolved so much since then.
yeah. And
It's,
again, it's
yeah.
not a fallout of any kind. I'm not trying to
Oh, yeah.
it's just a respecting. I
Oh,
think that
Spencer's calling out Hoist
yeah
Gracie.
yeah.
He says he's a bitch.
I'm doing. Reality fighting January 3rd. Hoist, I'll see you
Reality fighting
there.
January 3rd. Always crazy versus
yeah,
Spencer
yeah,
Manevich.
yeah. Look,
Oh my
uh,
God. All right. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make an overlay with
Yeah,
that poster and put it on top
perfect.
of this
That I
right here.
cannot. Uh, again, but it's just to see how much the sport's evolved, and
Oh yeah.
that's really it is because it's again. I think that in any sport, anything, when you look at, let's take UFC for example, the champions now, for the most part, would destroy the champions 10 years ago
Oh
because
yeah.
the game is more complete. They know more about what to do, how to do it, where to do it, and they just have been able to not accomplish more because the accomplishments are the same, but just develop and grow more.
Mm. Like just think John Jones versus Chuck Liddell.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah,
They're completely different fighters. And while Chuck Liddell was the best in his time,
yeah,
that was also 20 years ago. I don't even know.
yeah.
10 years at
More than
least.
10. It's closer to 20 for sure.
Yeah.
And again,
When it started.
realistically, if Chuck fights today, he's fighting a weight class or two down. He's
Mm,
not eating at light heavyweight. I can tell you that
right.
because he's
Right.
not a giant. But
Yeah.
again, they didn't cut weight the same back then. They didn't. It was different. And it's
So he'd
like,
probably be more like 185, I would imagine.
yeah, I would think, and maybe he realizes he can cut down to 170 too. Because I don't know how much he was cutting down to 205, but
He was probably walking around. Oh no, Randy Couture was weighing like 220.
yeah,
He was about the same size. So,
yeah. Alex Pereira was cutting down from 220 to 185.
mm,
So again, in Chuck's prime, he could probably cut down to 185 comfortably.
yeah.
And Randy Couture fought heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
BJ Penn fought heavyweight.
yeah, which is and he
He fought
fought at
Lyoto
yeah
Machida at
yeah
heavyweight. How
at
fucking crazy is that?
yeah. He was the 55-pound champion or 45
Yeah.
or one of the two, and then
I don't
he
even know
fought
if he was
heavy.
champion at that time or
Yeah,
not. I
yeah,
just know that he fought at heavyweight against Lyoto Machida.
yeah,
And it's like crazy.
yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's go on to our next question.
All right,
Do you train to escape submissions or to escape conversations?
it's a good question. I definitely train to escape submissions. I am probably one of the more talkative people on the mats. I do enjoy shit talking and things like that in the middle of a roll. You could have me in a fully locked in rear naked choke. I'm still gonna be talking shit to you. It's not because I actually want to like talk shit. It's because I think it's fun.
Mm,
It makes it like, look,
more enjoyable.
we're doing a sport. It's not
Yeah.
life or death. It really is. If they don't let go, I'll die. But
Yeah. I know. I
the
get it. I
sport
get it.
itself is not life or death. It's
Right.
we're here to have fun. I'm here to let out some steam, and I'm gonna make fun of you while you beat me up sometimes, and sometimes I'm gonna make fun of you while I beat you up. So
Right. Right.
that's how I see it. So I think that there's definitely some people I want to avoid talking to. I mean,
Mm, that's everybody,
it's life. Yeah,
That's in life,
yeah, yep.
All right. Okay. What's the heaviest thing you've carried? Your opponent or your childhood trauma?
That's a great question. Good. Just in case my parents watch this, I don't have any childhood trauma. But if they've logged off since I said that, I don't know. I don't like to complain too much. Obviously, living with Eastern European parents, all it was is childhood trauma. So there's that part of it. But I definitely think it's my opponents. I
Mm.
face some big
I
boys.
mean, you're a heavyweight, right?
Yeah, I
So they're
like
going to
to.
be pretty heavy.
Yeah, I like to compete at light heavyweight,
Okay.
but I also really enjoy donuts and other such items. So, you yeah. So
Is
I,
light heavyweight and grappling still 205?
I think it's 210 for most
210?
comps. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
like 10, and then it goes up to like 222 is heavy, and then it goes up after that. It's like ultra heavy, and then
Oh, wow. And then probably unlimited at some point.
yeah. I think that
Mm.
for most comps, 222 is the max because there's just not enough people that are like
Right.
250 up. But I know that I know every comp, every fight, there's different rule sets, different weight classes. Like 80cc, 99 kilos. I think that's about 220.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I guess it depends where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every comp is different. I mean, you have, super fights, you're picking your weight, you're giving your opponent, whatever that weight class is. There's no specific classes. At the 200 plus range, I know underneath that they have like the, 45, 55, 65 pound champions and all these different, promotions. Um, so I think that just it depends on the promotion, the competition, who's running it. And there's so many different like rules, and it's really just about going against someone their same size.
All right. So this next question is kind of funny. When you tie your belt, do you feel ready for battle or like you're just holding your life together?
Neither. When I tie my belt, I want to go home because I hate the gi.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, I genuinely don't enjoy the gi as much as I enjoy no gi, but
Mm.
backtrack. I do enjoy the gi. I'm not talking down on the gi. Everyone relax.
Well, you called out Hoist
Still,
Gracie earlier,
I
so
did.
I mean,
I would face him in the gi to make it fair, so I wouldn't just take heel hooks off the table. But I would also like to face him no gi. But however, in the gi, I think it's a lot more sports based, where you're looking for points, you're looking for control positions, and I think that in no gi you are much more likely to do something more exciting. Now, gi jujitsu is
like
very
more explosive without a
yeah
gi,
yeah. So
less technical,
I wouldn't say less technical because I still think it is quite technical, but uh,
different technique.
exactly.
So,
I classify gi and no gi as two different sports. I think it's
okay.
the same as baseball and softball, cricket and baseball, flag football, and I don't know. I don't want to say tackle football because then people are going to say like, oh, one's harder than the other. But it's really just
Tennis and badminton.
similar. Yeah, it's similar sports, but they're different. Even though the goal of each sport is the same, but just grips in general are a whole nother factor. And if I can take a grip and pin you to the ground, and then you can't move that shoulder anymore, it just makes my life easier.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
in nogi, I can put all my weight on that shoulder. You can still move it. You can still slide it out. You can still so. Just from that perspective, it's I think it's a different sport, but um it's a funny story actually. I was training with the owner of Summit here in Stanford, and he was coaching me at the local competition. I think it was IGC, and he had never seen me put the gi on before. So I competed in gi that day just because I was like, I'm here already. Why not do both? So I put the gi on and I get out there and I win my match. And he comes over to me. And he's like, you're better in gi than no gi. What the hell? Why don't you do the gi? And he's like, you got the position, you got the points, you then went to the next position, you got the points, you did this, you did. And it was like, I'm very methodical in the gi. He's like, in no gi, you just do stupid shit. Like, what do you like? Why don't you do that in no gi? I'm like, because it wasn't as fun for me.
Mm.
Like, yeah, sure. Like, I went out there, I did it. I'm here to win, I'm here to compete, but it just wasn't as fun. And I think that's for me personally, is just
So
um,
you were able to have more fun with it because it was gi, because it was like no pressure because you didn't care about it.
exactly. Yeah. Even though it's still like, don't get me wrong, the gi is not as fun as no gi in a competition. Um, but still, I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm there to have fun.
So
And I
you
was
just
there
enjoyed
just
it.
yeah, I did everything I needed to do. I got to my positions. And then after I racked up a couple points, I was like, all right, now I can start doing other stuff. So,
Mm.
it's like going for, maybe the armbar that I went for, I should have gone for. But I did anyway. So
Okay. So next question. If you get promoted at your job, are you expecting a higher level belt or just better lighting?
interesting. I'd expect a higher level belt. I mean, if I'm working, and I get promoted, I want I'd expect them to give me a new belt. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'll bring it. I'll bring it to the gym. My promotion. Be like, hey, I got promoted at work. I'd like my brown belt now.
Show it off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then I'd wear my brown belt to work.
I got the CEO belt right here.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
just tapped out the owner.
Yeah. Look,
Imagine if employment could work that way.
if employment would work that way, I think I'd be making a lot more money right now. Um,
Tommy
What's up,
Dream
Coach
Home, your
here with a
trusted
quick ad
name.
read.
Western
And if
Mass,
you
he's
want to buy
winning the
your dream
game.
home
Reach
in
out now,
Massachusetts or
he's your
Connecticut,
guide.
Tommy Dream Home is your
by
guy.
your side.
uh, yeah, I know for a fact the owner of my company doesn't train, so I'd be,
Oh, you'd be set.
yeah, for sure,
All
100%.
right. Awesome. Next one. Do you believe in gentle jujitsu? I don't know what the fuck that is. Or is it like saying kind stabbing?
All right, so I get where this question is going. Gentle jujitsu. Not every roll has to be 100%. You can flow roll. Yes, I think that there is flow rolling. You can roll, or I roll with, men and women that are 100 pounds less than me. They weigh 100 pounds, 120 pounds, whatever that may be. And both of us walk away not hurt, not frustrated. Well, them usually frustrated because I'm way better than them. But
But at
uh,
least you're not beating with size, you know?
exactly.
And
It's
I always appreciate that when I roll with bigger
yeah,
guys. I always thank them afterwards, like, hey, you legitimately beat me with technique, and I
yeah,
appreciate that you rolled that way.
yeah.
Like, you didn't use any size to your advantage, and that allowed me to work.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, yeah, it's exactly right. If I'm able to roll with every single person in the gym, I I think that technically I'm good at jujitsu. If there are certain people that say, "Oh, I can't roll with him; he's too big," maybe that's the
Right.
case. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to try and sweep me and, whatever. Yes, it happens, but typically I don't have that problem. And then on the flip side, there are people that are a lot smaller than me that would absolutely destroy me.
Mm.
One role I had with Fiona Davies, I wasn't going 100% to start. She wasn't either. And she made me feel like a toddler. And she weighs what, 135, 145 pounds? Her jujitsu is just way better. That's all it is. Size doesn't matter when the technique is better. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Right. Technique wins.
yeah,
That's what Hoist showed.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Do you think choking people makes you a problem solver or a red flag with knees?
I think it definitely makes you a problem solver. I mean, I've never met a problem that couldn't be solved with choking somebody.
Yeah,
You
that's
can get
true.
me, yeah, any problem you have in life. If you're able to choke that problem out, you're gonna, succeed. Obviously, I'm not preaching violence here,
Right,
uh,
right, right. And
but
by, by
yeah,
choking the
yeah,
problem out, what you mean is solving it.
yeah, yeah, of course, that's
Using jujitsu to work around the issue to make it better. You're
exactly.
not promoting violence. The Coach Bergen show would not promote that.
No, definitely not.
No,
Fuck
no.
it.
Neither would Spencer. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
No. All right. When you say roll, are you referring to practice or emotional regression? We can even skip that one. All right. Um, if happiness had a tap out signal, would you recognize it?
I mean, I'd like to think I recognize all tap out signals, but I don't know if I recognize happiness. That's
Mm.
a question for my therapist. Uh, um, I think that yeah, I think that you recognizing happiness is just anything that brings joy to you, whether it be instantaneous or in the long run. I think that people don't recognize that happiness doesn't always immediately show up. It's something that sometimes comes with time. But jujitsu is the perfect example for that. You're not gonna be the best at jujitsu day one, but you're happy there. You're
Mm.
happy getting your butt kicked. You're happy showing up and getting smashed. You're.
Even just moving, I think, makes you happier. Motion creates positive emotions.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is another weird question. Do you compete to win or just to feel like your stepdad can't beat you anymore?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that whoever asked that question, I'd like to say I'm sorry that he's going through that or they're going through that. Everyone has their origin story. So, but when I compete, I like to compete to have fun. I know it's cliche, but winning is fun for me. So,
Of course.
I want to
Of
win,
course.
but I also want to win in a fun way. I don't.
Mm.
If I lose, I want to lose by a submission, by something cool. I'm gonna take the chances. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do what I can to try and get the submission myself. But I'd rather get submitted going for a submission or going for that than just having one of the boring matches that a lot of jiu-jitsu can be.
Right, right, right. You don't want to just like wait out the time clock. You want to actually be rolling, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that myself versus Yuri at the last reality fighting that I did, that one was a really fun one where he had me probably 4 minutes of the match defending, but there was one really good heel hook attempt that I had that he was able to defend really well, and it just again it was one of those things where I was going for it. I wasn't just gonna I could have sat there and tried to sit inside the. I had him in cross or 411 or whatever whatever the name is that people
Mhm.
like to call it, cross ashi. And I had I was fighting for that heel hook. If I stood there, I could have sat there, hopefully to him open up something, but I didn't want to. I wanted to go for it. I was like, I'm going to fall back on this and I'm going to try and, get this heel hook right now. And he defended it, got out of it, and then took my back, you know?
It happens,
So
you know?
yeah, I'd rather do that than lay down there and just hug each other for 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Um, what's more terrifying, open mat or open communication?
Open communication,
Mm.
without a doubt.
As we're
Look,
talking on a podcast.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, look, I mean, this is a safe space, as
Of
much as I
course, of
can
course.
be.
It's only in front of an
Yeah,
audience of
yeah, it's
millions of
the
fans, you
internet.
know?
So, you know,
Yeah.
um, no, but open mat is, I think, my favorite. It's the time that you get to go, you get to, you're actively rolling, you're getting the sweat on, you're getting the heart pumping, you're working on stuff that you normally wouldn't get to work on in class. So just from that perspective, I really enjoy open mats. I think they're important. I think that gyms that say that open mats. Sorry, my dog is going nuts here.
No worries.
She needs the squeaker toy. But I think that gyms that offer open mats, that you see the improvements in the students way quicker. Um, you know, it's just one of those things that they get to work on stuff that they saw on YouTube and realize it doesn't work, or they get to work on stuff that they that they were working on that week and just they're able to just try it out. It's open mat is almost like as close as a competition as you're going to get inside of the gym
Right.
as you can get, because there's no constraints. It's let's roll for whatever time is on the board and just go from there.
Right, right. And you can always like you have options too where you can go 100% live, you go 80%, you go 60%. So it doesn't even necessarily have to be a competition, but it absolutely could be.
Yeah.
Um all right, next one. If your gi could talk, would it thank you or would it file a restraining order?
I mean, I'm the one that's filing the restraining order against my. Um, yeah, I mean, look, I think that this past year I put on the gi more than I ever have, and it just came down to the time that I want to train. I was like, you know what, I don't have the luxury of being able to train whenever I want anymore. Just with work and stuff like that. Now I have to train um, whenever I get the opportunity. So sometimes it's gi, sometimes it's no gi. So that being said, it's one of those things that I think that the gi this year has definitely thanked me more as I'm working more on it, and it's definitely been fun. I think the gi, like I said, I enjoy no gi way more, but the gi still a fun time. It's still jiu-jitsu.
Of course, just a different kind of jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
All right. What's your emotional guard game like? Open, closed, or fenced with sarcasm?
Offensive sarcasm. That's yeah, yeah. I think that what was it? It was Jeff over from IGC when they did the one of my competitions there after after all the fights. They did like a little podcast or something like that after, where they just walked through all the fights that happened. And he was like, he called me. He was like, he's sarcastic and funny and different things. And like, even though the point of the podcast was to talk about jujitsu, he just complimented me on how funny I am, which I appreciate. But it was
You're
one of
definitely
those.
good on camera. I'll tell you that. You're good on camera.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I have one of
That's
those
why I
things.
have you back.
Yeah,
You
happy
know?
to be back here. But yeah, I think that sarcasm is definitely not a defense mechanism for me. But again, this is not therapy. But it's just I'm sarcastic. I'm funny. I think that it is what it is. And again, comes down to it the same way. I'm like
Just
this.
part of the charm.
Yeah, even during the middle of a roll, I'm still gonna be just like this. I'm still gonna be talking shit to you in your ear. I'm still gonna be making fun of the random stuff and just who I am.
So is it like Nick Diaz type of shit talking? Or
No,
is it like Stockton?
yeah, he's serious about it. I'm not. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I don't wish any negative on anybody at any time. I think that everyone has their own battles that they're fighting, and if they're mad or something like that, they can deal with it. But I'm just, I'm making fun of like the random things. It's like, oh, I saw your gym bag. You couldn't get a better gym bag or something. Where it just makes them think, like, why would he even say that? Like, does he really not like my gym bag? Like, why is he thinking about this right now?
Why are your
Uh,
shoelaces that color?
yeah,
That's so weird, dude.
yeah.
What?
Black shoelaces. Who's like, what
I'm
do you?
gonna start doing that to
Yeah.
people.
It will open up opportunities for you in jiu-jitsu that you've never realized are there because it just makes them think about something that's not jiu-jitsu,
Mm,
but they need to be thinking about jiu-jitsu.
right. Gets their mind off of it.
Yeah.
All right. What is your recovery routine like? An ice bath or spiraling out online?
Oh, it's definitely spiraling out online. I'm definitely diving into the Reddit threads on Epstein files or
Oh,
going
of course.
you know
I
go
heard he didn't kill himself.
no I look if you want to go down that road we can.
Oh, we can if you want it.
I
I'm
think
happy
he
to.
is alive and well, living on his island with nobody because nobody's gone there. Nobody
Right.
that no, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Do I think that they had somebody die in that cell? Yeah, sure. Somebody died in that cell. I don't think it was Epstein. I think he's living very happily on his island right now.
I think it's really weird that, there was all this footage and, they were going to review it and then suddenly there's no footage and it never existed and we're all
Yep.
just supposed to kind of move on.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Huh.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had an interview with him at one point, but, it got deleted or maybe it never existed to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? But
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it, it was out there.
Yeah. It was that. Maybe. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah. Who knows?
But, all right. Hopefully they release the list though. Because
I hope so too.
I definitely have lost faith in Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, and I think they're lying to us and,
I
just
think
trying to gaslight us.
I think believing any government makes you silly. Everyone has their own agenda. Everyone is looking out for themselves, and it goes like that for any and all governments worldwide. So,
Right.
just
But I
that's
mean,
my
like,
personal
people
opinion.
came from outside of government, though.
Again, but once they're in
Yeah.
government,
Right. It all
now,
changes.
exactly. It's now
Different bosses,
exactly different bosses, different things that they're focused on. It's like
different
people
rules.
from outside of government going, I'm going to change government, get inside of government, and realize it's really nice in here. I want to keep this stuff that I have. So.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
that's just my own
And,
opinion, but yeah.
can't really blame them either, I guess. All right. Let's go back to some of these fan questions, and then we'll get back to, Epstein later.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I heard you might be on the list, but
I will tell you that just from a personal standpoint, I'm too scared to fly private because of so if that excludes me, but if it was a Boeing 727, it might have been more plausible.
Mm,
But I was not on any private jets. I
all
am,
right,
yeah.
all right, all
Yeah.
right. I'll take your word for it, but I mean, you kind of have
Look,
to prove it with the
until the
fight
list
logs.
is
Like
revealed.
when the files are released and we're
Yep,
able to see all the people on the list,
exactly.
then your name will be cleared.
Exactly. So I mean, that's all I can hope for, that they never get released. I mean that they get released soon.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
To prove
Sorry.
your innocence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. All right. when you bow before sparring, are you honoring tradition or are you just stalling for a breath?
I'm not bowing before sparring.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you, you do back in the day. You bow to the instructor. You bow to the pictures on the wall. I think that we've since evolved to realize that it's a little bit insane
Mm.
bowing to that. I think that before you bump and slap, and
Yeah, that's what I'm used to.
if you need the extra time, you just be like, "Oh, I saw you at the grocery store the other day. Was that you?"
Yeah,
It's like one of those things. It's like
right. You
start
make something
talking right
up,
before
even
you.
if it's not real. Or you ask a question about how to do a trick technique.
Yeah,
Am I
exactly.
doing this the right way?
Yeah,
Because I don't know. And
yeah,
yeah, no, you're just buying time. Shut the fuck up.
exactly. Let's ask me after. You know,
All right. Would you describe yourself as spiritually flexible or just physically bendy with commitment issues?
definitely the second one.
Okay.
You know,
Physically bendy with
it,
commitment issues.
yep, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, your fans are nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
don't know, man. These are your fans. These are
I
your
told you,
fans, bro.
some of my friends might not could not have Instagram, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely think that I'm very flexible for a big guy, jiu-jitsu to speak, and then in terms of commitment issues, who doesn't have commitment issues?
Oh, of course.
You know,
It's hard to commit in this life,
yeah,
There's so
anything.
many options and
I
so
don't even
much
fit to a deodorant.
flakiness.
Different days I like different smells. So
Yeah, of
yeah,
course. Of course. You want that flexibility in life.
exactly. Yeah,
All right. If someone disrespects you off the mat, do you still look for grips? What the fuck does that mean? Do you still look for grips?
I don't look for grips. I will say that if people disrespect me off the mat, I mean, I don't change how I roll with them
Mm,
because I'm not going to be the guy that hurts people.
yeah, of
And now,
course.
if they try and hurt me, that's a different story. I'm just not going to roll with them anymore. I'm not going to train with them. It's there are
Right.
people that take every role as a ADCC finals match, and those are not roles I like to do.
Mm, right, right,
Days
right.
I
You
like
want to
to
do
do
the
that.
ones that are fun,
Yeah,
you
like we're
know?
here to have fun, But if you're going to try and hurt me, I'm not going to let you.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Especially not in practice,
no,
you know? Well, especially not in a competition, actually. But like in practice, it's different too, because it's like, that's a whole other reason of, especially not to.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, in competition, it's like, look, I get it. You're
yeah,
trying
you're doing what
to,
you got to do. Yeah.
uh, I have. I've never tapped in competition. Yeah, I don't think I've ever tapped in competition. Um, at least in recent years.
Oh,
That's
wow.
yeah. So I mean,
So is it just by points then,
I would try.
or
Uh, yeah. So I've really only done super fights over the last couple of years. So it's all submission only. So
okay,
um,
okay? So you've only had wins.
wins and draws. No, I've
Okay.
never. I did lose when it's like judges' decisions too,
Mm,
where it's like more. I guess it's not even points. It's just who did more or something like that.
okay.
Uh,
So you are like Nick Diaz. You're only gonna lose if it goes to the judges.
yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah. I don't think I've been submitted in a competition in a live competition.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I mean,
We'll have
again,
to keep that streak
call
going.
out. Someone try it. Try it.
Yeah,
Submit. Yep.
let's go.
Yeah.
Brock, come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's more focused on this wrestling thing he's doing.
Yeah,
But
yeah. He makes more money with that, and it's
yeah,
probably a lot more, probably a lot easier for him to do too.
he ain't submit me anyway. So
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, January 3rd, reality fighting. Well,
No, we are already going
yeah,
against Hoist Gracie.
I'll
We already
take them
got
both.
that booked.
Take them both the same night.
All
Put them
right.
both on the poster.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Triple threat?
I
Triple
look.
threat grappling match.
Yeah,
Reality fighting.
sounds like
January 3rd.
yeah, sounds like a great time to me.
That's crazy. Can you imagine how that would work? Three people grappling against each other at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know how that would
I
work.
it would like at a certain point it would probably become 2-on-1 until somebody got eliminated.
Okay, so
Or would it be whoever eliminates them wins?
well,
I
that's what
don't
I'm
know.
like because there's different the triple threat. Sometimes it's elimination triple threat, sometimes it's
Right.
regular triple threat. Depends
Right.
on the style. If it's elimination, then it'd definitely start 2-on-1.
Elimination would be the only way that I think it would make sense
Yeah.
because you could then get two submissions on one person at a time,
Yeah.
and then who won?
Yep.
which submission is the one that made him tap? I don't know.
Yep.
What if it was both of them? He's
Yeah,
at 2 arm bars at once.
it's true. So I
I don't
mean,
know.
it would just come down to if the rule set and but I'll take them one on one. One after the other.
Yeah.
No break in between.
All right. That sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds a lot more fair.
Yeah. All
Gotta
right. So
give him a
Brock
chance.
Lesnar and Hoist Gracie versus Spencer Manevich at Reality Fighting, January 3rd at Mohegan Sun Arena. Book it.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Next question. When you say, I'm just here to train, are you lying to yourself or the IRS?
The IRS for sure.
Of
I hope that
course.
this doesn't get back to them, but I'm constantly lying to the IRS.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? It's America. Okay.
Exactly.
It's
Uh,
America.
you
And
know.
you can kind of do it legally here.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're probably watching this because they're not working right now anyway.
Right. Yeah.
They're on
The
this whole
government shut
break
down. What
they
else are
have.
they going to do? They're
Exactly.
huge fans of
Yeah.
the Coach Bergen
Yeah.
show.
So what are they going to do about it? It's not like they can do anything about it right now. So
That's true. That's true. They're shut down. And then
they're
by the
not
time they
they're
open
not
up,
even
they're not going to do
IRS
anything.
employees right now.
Right.
Like they're furloughed for the most part, I think. I hope.
Yeah.
Hope
They're
not
so backed up on
employees.
work
Yeah.
anyways. They're never gonna audit you. You'll be fine.
I hope not.
All right.
If they do, I'm gonna be like, go talk to Coach Bergman.
Go talk to Coach Bergen. It was
Yeah.
all a lie. All right. If failure had a gi, what color belt would it wear? I would guess white belt.
Black belt for sure.
Black belt would be failure?
Yep. And I'll tell you this, because the amount of failure you have to get a black belt, you've gone through so much more failure than a
Okay.
white belts don't have failures. They have very minimal failures. To get to black belt, you had to have gone through so many different failures that it couldn't possibly be white belt. White belt is you don't even understand what a failure is at that point. Once you get the black belt, and again, speaking from a non-black belt, where I'm a purple belt, I've gone through so many different failures that it's just one of those things that you just learn with every one of them. And that's just, if you keep getting up, keep getting moving forward. Old Rocky saying, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So failure would definitely be black belt.
All right. Next one. Do you feel closer to God when you're choking someone unconscious or when you're the one who's being choked unconscious?
It's a great question. I think it's both, just, closer to God in the sense that when I'm choking someone unconscious, I'm bringing that person closer to God as well.
Yeah, of course.
Like that's
And you're feeling God within you. You're powerful,
exactly.
Mm.
And then when you're getting choked, you're like, oh, I'm on my way to see him now.
Yeah, I'm going to go say hi.
Yeah,
Real quick.
exactly. There
And
are
then he'll
times
set me
that
back down here and wake me
you know
up.
you see the light slowly dim out, the circle gets smaller, 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 and then
Yeah.
you tap, and then you're like, whoa, And sometimes you go to sleep, and then you wake up from a nice nap, and you're like, that was the best 45-minute nap of my life, and they're like, it's been 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, that's life. So
All right. When life mounts you, do you shrimp out or just accept the pressure?
how hot is life that's mounting me?
I don't know. I guess I don't even know if life is a woman. It could be a man that's mounting
well,
you. I don't know.
if I'm definitely trying to get out, then I mean,
Yeah, I would too,
yep.
to the best of my ability.
I
But
think
the
that
truth
there's
is, I'm not a big guy, so like
yeah,
I might end up just dying, you know.
yeah. I mean, look,
But I would fight till I died.
yeah, yeah,
It
same
wouldn't be
boat.
easy for them, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, same boat here. I'm
Yeah,
fighting my last dying breath.
yeah. All right, cool. So that's all the fan questions I have. And truth be told, none of them were actually submitted from any fans.
Oh,
They're all from ChatGPT.
oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like, these fan questions are a little funny. Um, look,
I asked for ridiculous fan type of questions like, have you ever seen Dr. Phil live? Adam Ray?
yes, yep,
Okay. So he always has these questions that he'll ask his guests, and they're like these stupid, absurd questions. And then he'll be like, Timmy, age 9, from,
yep,
whatever, Florida.
yep.
And, so I was like, I'm going to come up with a bunch of those. I think that'd be fun.
I think
And
they
some
were.
of them really sucked, but a
Yeah,
lot of them I think were good.
I think they were a lot of fun as well. I enjoyed it. Some of these questions I thought really made me think.
Mm.
Um,
They made me think too.
yeah, so I appreciated it.
Yeah, good. So some actual questions I did want to ask. Did you got stuck in the airport recently? Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, what a fun time. So I was flying back from a family trip. We were in Spain, in Barcelona. So we get to the airport, 3 hours early because, international flight. This was right before the government shut down, so everyone was still freaking out, like it's going to take more time. It's like people are already starting to worry. So we're at the airport and we get there, and about an hour before our flight's supposed to leave, they say, "Hey, the flight's delayed. Should be about an hour, and then we'll get everything going." An hour later, they're like, "Hey, just to let everyone know, flight's delayed. We actually think it's going to be closer to 2 hours, but we'll let you know." And then on the screen it says flight delayed until the next day at midnight. It's now 3 p.m. in Barcelona, and they're saying so it looks like a
So
9
at
hour.
least 9 hours.
Yeah, 9 more hours on the delayed. So we go up to them and we're like, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like, the gate agent's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm just here to make sure that everyone's okay. Like, I don't actually work for this flight." Um, so we're like, "Okay." And then about 2 hours later, they go, "Hey, flight's been canceled." And we're like, "Excuse me, what?" And they're like, "Yeah, flight has been canceled. Please see your way to the ticketing desk, and we'll get you rebooked." And so we're like, "Okay, all right, all right, all right." So we are like, "Okay, there's no other flights today. There's no other flights, whatever."
Mhm.
So it's now around, I'd say 9 p.m. that they're like, "Okay, go back to the ticketing window." So we get to the ticketing window, and they're like, "Here is your hotel voucher and a meal voucher, and you're going to get an email confirmation with your flight." And we're like, "Okay, when is the flight?" They're like, "We don't know. That's being processed. We can't give you any information. But there's going to be a bus that comes pick you up to take you to the hotel. The hotel's about an hour away. And the bus will be down at 10 p.m., let's say. I don't remember the exact time. So we have an hour. So we get down to the food court. Everyone has like their little meal voucher. We get our little sandwich and a like a soda or a water or whatever. And so then we're outside. It's like 9:30 at this point, and we're all waiting for the bus. It says 10 o'clock on the ticket. 10 o'clock comes, nothing. 10:30 comes, nothing. 11 p.m. comes, nothing. So somebody goes back up to the gate and they say, "Hey, where's the bus?" And they say, "Oh, the bus left already. It showed up at 10 p.m. and it left." And I said, so we went up there and we were like, "What do you mean it left?" They're like, "Yeah, the bus left." And I was like, "Was it not a clue that zero people were on that bus that it left?" Because nobody left. Our bus was still like everyone that was going to that hotel was still there. So it
Huh.
was just a ridiculous thing. Just the customer service of the airline, just um, it
Very
was
good, it sounds like.
yeah, it was a
Very
bear.
high quality. They gave you a
It's
free
a Ray
hotel,
airline
but
or something like
they
that.
didn't bring you to it.
Yeah, uh,
And they made it an hour away so you'd have a nice, chance to go walk with your family.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was an hour drive, not an hour walk.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
a nice 10-hour walk, so you don't even need
yeah,
the hotel.
yeah. So it wasn't even
And then
in
and then with the meal
Barcelona.
voucher, you get to, really enjoy the food by the time you get there.
So we actually, the meal voucher they gave us originally was a snack voucher for the delay, which could only be used at one specific location in the airport for specific items. So it was equivalent to like a €3 voucher where you got like a, a pastry or a water or something like that.
Okay. So
Um,
they buy you a donut.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So it was just
Well,
it was just a
that
ridiculous.
completely makes up for the
Yeah.
full day, 24-hour delay.
Except it wasn't a 24-hour delay; it was a 48-hour delay because they didn't have
Oh.
any flights the next day. They had to schedule us the day after.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so
All
it was
right. So you got a second donut, right?
actually the second day they got us Papa John's pizza in Barcelona,
Nice.
which is the last thing I want to be eating when I'm in Barcelona.
Mm.
Because I mean, honestly, no hate against Papa John's. It
Well,
wasn't
they
that.
are a sponsor of the show, so don't be too
Oh,
mean to
yeah, no, a huge Papa
them.
John's fan could not have been happier with that food there. It was amazing. You know, love the sponsorship. I have some room on my Nogi set for a sponsorship from Papa John's if they want to do it.
Perfect,
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, we'll talk to the owner. Talk to the owner.
perfect.
We'll talk
Talk
to
to
Papa
Papa.
John and see if
Yeah,
we'll get him on your
Papa himself.
on your
Yep,
back.
yep.
All right.
Yeah, it was just a horrible experience. And it just sucked. I mean, I had to take another day off work. Had to
Uh,
my dog had to stay another day at daycare. So it was just a terrible experience, and but
oh
look,
yeah.
it's over with. It happened. It's a story I can tell now, but in the moment, I can tell you I was not happy.
Right, right, right. I wouldn't be either.
Yep,
That sounds very frustrating, and I would never go to that airport again.
I never will.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Hello from Melbourne. All right, we got a comment in here. What's up? Hello from America. I believe Melbourne's Australia.
I think
I've never
so.
been to Australia, but I know we have some Australian fans.
Nice. I have not
So,
been to Australia either, and I would like to go. So if you would
mm.
like to sponsor me to come out there, I can teach a seminar. That
Oh,
would
that sounds great. That sounds great. That sounds great. We can make that happen.
perfect.
But definitely, I think Australia and Canada are places I would like to see at some point in my life.
I
And
actually
like
traveled to
nothing
Canada
specific
twice.
in them, but you know,
Yeah, I went
yeah.
to Toronto and Montreal this summer just for family. So I really enjoyed Canada. It's still the worst place on earth, but
Is it?
no.
Oh,
I
okay.
just like to make fun of the Canadians. I think it's again that sarcastic side of me, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is it so I mean I'm basing this off of The Simpsons, but I remember it being called America Junior. And so
Yeah.
I've always thought it's like a lesser version of America.
I
Is there
mean,
any way where you saw it as lesser?
that's a great question. I mean, look, every country out there is lesser than America, so you know,
Well, it
but
depends in what.
well,
Because most of the countries beat us in education.
um, yeah, but that's not the important stuff. We're not talking.
Oh,
We're
okay.
talking about
Being smart
the
isn't
real
important.
stuff.
You're right. Being
Yeah,
smart is
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
It's
is
very minimal.
this is
Yeah.
a jiu-jitsu podcast. This is
You're
not
right. You're right. You're right.
education podcast. No, look, there's nothing wrong with Canada. I enjoyed it. It's I couldn't tell you enough about it that it's like nothing bad about it, just not America. I would
Mm,
never want to live there.
okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. I know they have free healthcare, but I also know their taxes are like way more than ours.
like 50%, if not more than that.
Okay.
Uh, and again, it's free healthcare for um, like the basic healthcare, like, and everyone's trying to get it. So you're waiting like months and months for like simple things. And then
Okay.
if you want to go to specialists, then they're more expensive.
Gotcha. So it would be like how Connecticut has Husky Health for
Yeah,
state insurance.
pretty much.
Okay.
You can go to the 6 different doctors that accept Husky in the whole state, but
Yeah.
appointment is going to take forever. Or you can go pay for a specialist or a different doctor anywhere else. So I think
Okay.
that's pretty close, similar to that. Yep.
Honestly, Husky Health wasn't that bad when I had it. You know, the only thing was I had like trouble finding a dentist to accept it. But the doctors I could find all of them. All of my doctors I
All
had
right.
already were accepting it. So it made it a lot easier. But anyways,
Yeah.
Canada, I guess would be a place I would check out.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah,
It's also not a far drive. I drove 6 hours to Montreal, so it's not terrible.
really.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. 6 hours. It's like it sounds bad when you're thinking of it in terms of driving, but when you're realizing you're going into another country,
Yeah.
that's like way less time than if you were to fly to Europe or something like that.
I mean, if you
You
think
know?
just to fly to Canada to Montreal is going to be about the same amount of time between the
Yeah.
leaving your house, going to the airport, parking, or maybe then
And then
get
you have to
there.
rent a car when you get there.
Yeah, I
And then,
mean you have to get to
yeah.
the airport 2 hours minimum beforehand because it's an international flight.
Mm,
The flight itself is an hour and a half ish, maybe a little bit less. So I mean you're still spending 5 hours
it's
in
about
terms
the
of
same.
travel time. Yeah, but it's way cheaper to drive.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. I would imagine.
yeah,
Hmm. Well, all right. So, um, reality fighting, January 3rd, you're competing with Brock Lesnar and Hoist Gracie,
yep.
and then maybe a third opponent if they find somebody else as well.
I'd
You
love to
know?
compete against somebody at Mohegan Sun. I'm a big casino guy myself, so
Okay.
I would love to compete up there. So if I can get somebody that wants, I'd love it. If I got to just take on Hoist and Brock, I guess I could do that too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're big enough names,
Yeah,
they might be worth competing against.
yeah.
They
I mean, they
might be.
draw, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad we got this done today, and we'll definitely do another one. I'm going to create some clips and I'll send them your way. And
perfect.
yeah, and I told myself that, and I don't know if I'll follow through with this,
Yeah,
but initially, whenever I had the first person that was a guest twice, like before that, I had told myself that whoever does it the third time, like whoever's the first three-time guest,
yeah.
will get to host an episode themselves
Oh,
of the Coach Bergen show. So I don't know how that'll work yet, but so far you're in the running. It's between you and the other guy, Mr. Dex,
all
who have
right.
both done, or Mr. Dexter. I don't know why I call him Mr. Dexter. Never mind. I know why. But Mr. Dexter, who's a pro wrestler in, I believe, the UK.
Oh,
And so, yeah. So it's going to be one of you guys, I'm sure.
perfect. Yeah,
But
let me know.
awesome.
I am
Awesome.
a
Always.
Great.
winner, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
It's
So
gonna
enjoy the
work
rest of your
out, just
day,
wait and
and
see.
we'll be in touch. All right.
I'm on
Bye.
my way
Later.
up, don't pity me. Might not know how, might not know when, but in the end I still win. But in the end I still win. Sometimes the path don't make no sense. Feels like I'm climbing a barbed wire fence. Twists and turns I never planned, but I keep moving, I don't need to understand. Yeah, it gets tricky, yeah, it gets rough. Life throws punches trying to call my bluff, but I'm built different, I don't fold. This Coach Bergen show gon' turn me gold. Even when I'm down or the light feels dim, the scoreboard lies, I still win. I am a winner, you better believe it's gonna work out, just wait and see. I'm on my way up, don't pity me. Might not know how, might not know when, but in the end I still win. Simulation running, testing my soul, but every scene's under coach's control. Even when it looks like I lost the round, I'm just setting up my comeback crown. This life's a show, but I know the cheat. Faith and fire can't be beat. Every setback's just a scene in the rerun reel of a winning dream. The hell, I see the lesson. They count me out, I'm manifesting. It's the Coach Bergen show, playing my part. Win or lose, I own this heart. I am a winner. Sail out. It's gonna work out through every cloud. I may fall down, but I rise again. In this life game, I still win. Oh yeah, I still win. Oh yeah, I still win. Even when I'm losing, I still win. Even when it's bruising, I still win. The Coach Bergen show, no need to pretend. 'Cause in this simulation, I still win.
Let's keep it honest, let's keep it real. I wanna know how I should feel. No false reality, no emotions messing. In my mind, I don't wanna be guessing. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real. I just wanna know how to feel. Because if I am wrong, I'll happily move on. I wanna trust in life and trust in the universe. But sometimes it feels like things can't get any worse. Other times life's great, and I feel I'm able to trust my fate. In moments of doubt, I search for clarity, a truth that guides, a calm sincerity. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real. I wanna know how I should feel. No false reality, no emotions messing. In my mind, I don't wanna be guessing. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it just you. Just life in its essence. Trust in every lesson. I wanna trust in life and trust in the universe. But sometimes it feels like things can't get any worse. Any worse, any worse. Other times life's great, and I feel I'm able to trust my fate. In moments of doubt, I search for clarity. In moments of doubt, I search for clarity. Clarity. A truth that guides, a calm sincerity. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real. I wanna know how I should feel. No false reality, no emotions messing. In my mind I don't wanna be guessing. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real. No more guessing, let's just chill. Just life in its essence. Trust in every lesson. Yeah, let's keep it honest, let's keep it real.
Clouds decor, eco-conscious and bright. Emotion magic, colors take flight. Home improvement with the planet first vow. Paint your world, feel the wow. Vibrant eco-clouds decor now. Now, 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 now. Calzone's divine, flavor packed every time. Late night bites the perfect way. DP dough saves your day. DP dough, crave the crust. Fillings bold in dough we trust. Grab a zone, taste the cheer. DP dough is always near. Dough, crave the crust. Fillings bold in dough we trust. Grab a zone, taste the cheer. DP dough is always near. DP dough, crave the crust. Fillings bold in dough we trust. Grab a zone, taste the cheer. DP dough is always near.
Woke up this morning, alarm blaring like a siren. Coffee machine broke, spilled beans everywhere, what a riot. Boss on my case, traffic jamming like a scripted. Feeling like I'm in the game, pixels glitching, encrypted. Bills piling high, ex texting me nonsense. But deep down I know this ain't coincidence. Life's a big sim, code running in the background. Glitches for the views, keep the audience around. So don't you worry, don't worry my friend. Cause as you know, it's the Coach Bergen Show, and it all works out in the end. And it all works out in the end. Creator up there, laughing in his director's chair, throwing curveballs my way just to see if I care. Lost my keys again, phone died at the worst time. But it's all for the drama, boosting that prime time. Ratings dropping. Nah, he flips the script quick, sends a plot twist, makes me question if I'm sick. But I stay cool, stoic like an ancient sage. No freakouts here, I'm turning the page. Gotta play it right, endure the wild ride. Cause in this simulation, the calm ones survive. So don't you worry, don't worry my friend. Cause as you know, it's the Coach Bergen Show, and it all works out in the end. life's a marathon, scripted with some hurdles. Big boss upstairs, mixing joy with the curdle. He tests my patience, throw shade for the thrill, but I grin through the chaos, paying no bills. Stoic mindset, unbreakable core. Win the whole season, leave them wanting more. Flat tire on the highway, rain pouring like a movie. Stranger helps out, turns out he's groovy. Twists and turns, but I see the design. It's all engineered, keeping me in line. Creative scheming, cranking up the heat for that viral moment. Can't accept defeat, but I breathe deep. Channel that inner zen, cause winners stay chill, and that's how you end. So don't you worry, don't worry, my friend. Cause as you know, it's the Coach Bergen Show, and it all works out in the end. Yeah, it all works out. Don't sweat it, fam. Simulation or not, we got this. It all works out. Oh, it works out. Yeah, it all works out. Don't sweat it, fam. Simulation or not, we got this. Whoa.